From the celebrated Yellow Dog Studios in the heart of Wimberley, Texas, you're listening to the BadTruth podcast with your hosts Michael and Adam.
Where the fuck you been?
Dude, where have you been?
Dude.
Why are you yelling at me?
I've been all over, actually.
Yeah. I thought I was going to have to. I thought I was going to have to get another stand-in co-host. I was thinking, who has a beard and long hair I can find?
Yeah, in Austin with some tattoos. Probably no, you can't find that.
You have tattoos?
Yeah, I've got tattoos.
Oh, I can't decide.
Tramp stamp.
Remember when tramp stamps were around?
Yeah,
I have one.
They're still around.
You have one?
No, I just.
Oh my God, we used to call those POTs. Pull out targets.
Yep. I was going to say Target was the last word I know.
Nothing.
Good to have you back.
Yeah. This is why we didn't do a podcast for 12 months.
Yeah. It's been like 3 years, right?
This is the end of this third season. We're just going to call it. I think this is episode 13, like Netflix. We're done after this one. But is there going to be a season 4?
I feel like, well, it depends on how this one ends.
Is it
a cliffhanger?
I don't want to do episodes anymore.
I don't want any cliffhangers if we don't get picked up for another season.
Yeah, we should. If we're going to end it, let's just end it properly in the story.
In the story, and then we can write something else.
Right, on another network.
Yeah.
We get picked up.
We get picked up.
We have Josh. Josh didn't leave. He's still here.
He's still here.
I was hiding in the corner.
Josh Klayman.
Thanks for allowing me to be here.
You
hide in the corner.
You can leave at any time.
Okay, I'll be at it. See you later.
You and I may both leave.
All right.
Later.
Okay, so our like very the awesome episode we did. What would that be? Episode 11.
Yeah.
Was that the one? That was the made for TV story we did.
TV
that was our best episode we've ever done.
I was gonna say it has, I think, the most downloads.
It was crazy. It was so good that we had to take 12 months off before we could do another one.
Has the most critics response.
Well, okay. Have you heard of this band called Turnpike something?
Yeah.
They have some song called Morgan Street. I don't know if you're. I don't know any of the songs. I'm not explaining this very well. This isn't going well. They have a song called Morgan Street.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard. Have you heard that?
I've heard Morgan Street.
Okay. Another band put out a song called Honey Wine.
Yes.
They sound exactly the same to me.
They definitely have similar melodies.
Yeah. Who wore it best?
Definitely a who wore it best.
Yeah. Anyone else can just go home and try that example themselves and see if we're just making. Am I just making up stuff?
No, no, and I say that because a lot of people pointed that out. To me.
Really? Like, so you're getting stuff because people were telling me also because I don't listen. So people tell me this stuff.
Yeah,
people love.
Mike doesn't really listen to music.
No, dude,
unless it's himself.
Music just listens to him.
I'm literally the voice piece for people who can't speak on the record.
Yeah.
So I'm getting information all the time from people all over in this genre telling me stuff. Dude, did you hear about this? Hey, listen to this. Look at this. And then I'm the dumbass that comes on here and says it in front of the world.
And it tells everybody and then gets all
So I'm the one.
The hate.
Yeah, I get all the flack when I'm not looking out for this stuff at all. It's just coming to me. All right, so the
lightning rod.
Yeah, honey wine, and Morgan Street. Who wore it best? That's for you to decide. Okay, so I don't want to do episodes for season 4.
So what style should we go into?
I want to do case files.
Ooh,
nice. Bad case files.
Case files, dude.
BadTruth case files.
BadTruth files.
Yeah, I want to do case files. I want to do like
some sort of investigative reporting.
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah, like is Hanks and McKinney a hoax, or is it a real venue?
Well, it's all changed now.
Is it a hoax?
It's not the corner stage now.
Oh, okay. Stuff like that.
I haven't been there, but I've been
told.
So
is it a restaurant or a venue?
Yeah, so we go to venues and see if the truth is out there.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I want to believe that this venue is real.
I know.
But the evidence is not clear. That's why we're going to have case files for. We're like ufologists for like venues.
You got to have a checklist.
Yeah, we're going to have like documentation, and we'll have anyone who's out there can be their own investigator, and feel free to direct message us if they've seen a sighting of a real venue.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what,
around here. And if they've seen a real venue, people want to know that there was a real venue. We need the evidence.
I don't know if it was the change of time zones or state lines, but this last run into Arizona and California did with Mike and the Moon Pies and Isaac Jacob was opening. Mm-hmm. All the venues were actual venues.
Really?
And they advanced.
Far
and
out.
everything was ready for us when we got there. And that was like, oh, so wait. But in Texas, this doesn't happen a lot. And that's interesting.
But we were just talking, no one looks at the stage plot that bands and then to the venue.
My favorite thing is that there's like Johnny with the Moon Pies plays Hammond and keys. And the Hammond, they're nice. The Hammond needs to get repaired, so he's just been bringing out the controller on stage. And I know somebody's read the stage plot when they were like, well, where's the Leslie cabinet? We're like, yes. We're like, that's actually getting repaired. It'll be back in a couple weeks. But like, you actually opened up the email and looked at the PDF.
And this was in Arizona?
And in California. Mm-hmm. A lot of the California stuff. Mm-hmm. Was just like they were on it.
I think that's part of what's kept my company running is the fact that I get back to people within one day every time when they email me a plot or an advance. I've got one on the way here, and I just sat outside for 1 second, emailed him back, and just said, I'll have all these details back to you ASAP in the morning.
Yeah. Just let them know you got the email.
Thank you for the quick reply,
yeah.
is all he said. He goes, man, thank you so much for the quick reply.
I got your email. That's automated. You have automated emails?
No.
Like when you sign up for some subscription and then 2 seconds later there's an email. Hey, thanks for downloading.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and just machine gun you with emails now.
Yeah.
Into your inbox. No, I don't do that.
Okay. So yeah, that's what case files, Adam.
I like this.
No?
I know, I'm in.
I think it's a good idea.
100%.
Is that a good idea?
Ding.
Oh. Okay, so do you have LinkedIn? Are you on LinkedIn, Josh?
I am.
Didn't I have another name for you?
Josh Paul Jones.
Josh Paul Jones.
I'm liking Josh Paul Jones.
There was pipey wrong stalking when I threw up on the bus because it went down the wrong pipe, and it was Crown Royal, and I threw up.
Poppy wrong.
I had to make a choice real quick.
Stocking.
I had to make a choice whether go out the front door or get to the bathroom. I was right by the bathroom, and I felt so terrible about it, but we were watching Family Guy when the Jews are walking through the desert, and he goes, don't point out the billboards and say what they are, and he does it, and I was taking a shot. He said the thing. I laughed. It was my first shot of the evening. Went down the wrong pipe. I threw it up immediately, and from then on, you called me Pipey Wrong Stalking.
Was it me?
And then it was and then Brendan came up with Captain Wrong Pipe. Chief Wrong Pipe, excuse me.
Yeah.
It was Chief Wrong Pipe, and then there was a couple other good ones in
Josh
there.
Paul
Josh Paul Jones.
Josh Paul Jones.
Josh Paul.
Didn't I call you Paul for like the first 2 months?
Yeah, you thought my name was Paul for like you and Pollard thought my name was Paul for like
does he look like a Paul?
Couple
Adam?
months.
No, definitely not a Paul.
Okay.
And,
definitely not a Paul.
That's where that came from. I was like, oh, Josh. Hey, how about Josh Paul Jones?
Okay. Well, there was an artist in Texas who canceled a show because when he showed up, the venue was a hoax. It was not a real venue. And he posted some pictures of a stage, not stage. Do you remember where that venue was?
I'm trying to remember.
Who was the artist?
It was Josh Ward, and they had to cancel because
another Josh.
It was like
Josh Paul Ward.
The pictures on there showed how the stage was like just falling apart.
It was dry rotted, no?
Yeah, and it was like
they wanted to set all their gear on top of a stage that looked like the Titanic deck. After it was pulled up out of the sea.
Flatbeds that had been sitting out in the rain.
Yeah,
for
after you've had to boil your water for a week.
That's what it looked like. Part of the stage was like this angle down, and they put plyboards on top of it.
He's showing an inverted V.
Ooh. Yeah.
No, an actual V.
Yeah, no, it's an actual V.
The stage was V'd.
Yeah, and then the concrete cinder blocks that were holding part of it up were angled and like about to fall.
Hey, good news.
So dangerous.
That venue actually won to the Texas Country Music Awards for Best Venue of the Year.
Did it really?
No.
Oh my gosh!
If it wasn't in Fort Worth area, then it didn't win. I'm missing the bell.
You gotta tell me the name of this place later.
I don't know the name of it.
Oh.
This was another information that was brought to me. I will say that a venue that did win Venue of the Year, which I'm doubting, I think it's a hoax as well. We'll have to get some investigative reporters in the area, some BadTruth investigators to scope it out for me. But this venue is the Love and War in Plano. And I've actually been to the Love and War in Plano, played it a few times. And they, the backstage enters from the outside and enters onto the actual stage. Mm-hmm. And there's no bathroom or anything back there. So you can't actually be backstage.
You have to go into the restaurant.
You have to walk outside and then back into the restaurant.
And then they clear out like a party room for your dressing room. So everyone can just see you through a window.
Yeah. And it's not really built for live sound. And the left side is a bunch of swinging, sliding glass doors that they normally leave open. And there's a fire pit out there. So all this, like, was it barbecue or smell, whatever they're doing out there.
Yeah.
Whatever that fire is, that smoke blows back into the restaurant. And so all your clothes, all your gear, your eyeballs are burning. Everything smells like that.
Yeah.
And usually
Smoked.
the Texas booking agents like to book that like the first gig of the weekend. So the poor guys that are like in a van and trailer or even in a
just
bus,
smell like that.
your show clothes for the first day and your clothes that you were wearing that day are totally ruined for the first day.
Yeah.
And everyone gets to enjoy that smell till you get home
Yeah.
because eyes burning. Yeah, they give you food. There's another section that's a restaurant, another restaurant section that's totally blocked out. It's a door to get through, and the two bathrooms. So
I've only done the outside.
Yeah,
stage
you can't
once.
go to the bathroom unless you're going with the people. No one likes to be in there with people. What are you doing
Back
over
in my
there?
metal band days, I would just go
stuff out.
behind my Marshall stack and just pick a beer bottle.
So how did that venue that's not a venue get #1 venue of the year? This bogus Texas Country Music Awards. It's based out of Fort Worth, and then everyone in there that's won, no one's ever heard of. No one's heard of any, and nobody's heard of it. I got a list. When we go down the list,
Go down the list. I'm in.
okay, I'm going to read the list of these winners, and you tell me if you've heard of any of these people. Oh wait. Here we go. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I lost it. I guess I don't have it, Adam.
Oh, you don't have a list?
Show's over.
Show's over. That's why we're not getting renewed.
Show is over. Where did it go? Okay. While I'm looking for that, I got something else to rant about.
Okay.
We did a lot of pre-work for this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, this is going well. So I was saying if you're on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
or
That's where this
Instagram.
started.
Yeah, I know. So I made a mistake of saying podcast thing on the LinkedIn.
On your LinkedIn?
Yeah, so now every day I get somebody from some other country where English isn't their first language and America isn't their first country trying to tell me how they can promote my podcast.
Ooh.
Does that sound like
For
a
money?
good deal? Oh,
For
yeah.
money?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
Of course,
Oh, yeah.
for money.
They
Yeah.
all want to
Then
help.
I'm in.
They got names I can't even pronounce. Rasha
same-
Prada.
It's the same people that are asking about your health insurance and your
Yeah.
credit card that you don't own and your car payment that you don't have. Also,
But here's a new thing now. Now I'm getting stuff from Instagram direct messages.
Yeah, you
yes,
showed me one.
I got one of those yesterday.
Yeah,
and
I'm
was
gonna read.
kinda
I'm gonna
confused.
read this to you. This is from the account Murphy's Ford Music. Murphy's Ford.
Murphy's Ford.
Okay. Hey, bad. I guess I'm.
That's your first name.
Yeah.
is
Hey.
Bad.
Yeah. Hey,
Or
bad.
He's
It's
listened to the podcast.
no, not at all. It's hey, bad. Oh shit. Hold on. It's Ryan from Murphy's Ford. I'm reading the exclamations. You may have heard of us on the radio.
You may have heard of us on the radio. The radio?
The radio.
The one radio.
I kind of ran out of breath there. But we are looking to grow our fan base even more here on Instagram. Feel free to follow us back and check out one of our hottest new releases. One of the hottest new releases. They've got a lot of new releases.
Yeah, they've got many.
That are all hot. My Bar First on our YouTube channel, link in bio.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. So
Mid Missouri.
they liked one photo but didn't actually follow follow us, Adam.
Yeah, that's what they do. They
They're
like to
warning
do
us
that.
to follow them, and then they didn't even follow us. And then if I did follow them, I bet you a week later they
They
unfollow.
would unfollow.
Yeah, they just wanted our follow. So this Murphy's Ford band, I'm sure they're great. It's two dudes singing together, which is the exactly the kind of bands I like to see, is a two-dude duet. But Adam loves two dudes.
Two dudes?
Yeah. Two dudes, one mic, Adam.
All just to get two dudes.
What's that? Hey, Springsteen. That's all I'm going to say. Springsteen. They're always sharing mics.
Okay.
I got one from
That's how it starts,
Instagrammer. Hey, what's up, Josh? You can text me at this phone number. I can send you a pic there. See ya.
Ah, a picture for what, like their sound gear?
I thought you meant a guitar
That's
pick.
no, that's it. It's spam. It's
Of
total
their sound
spam.
gear?
I like I said, I was hoping we could get to know each other a little better. How are you doing? So I'm curious if you don't mind me asking. I want to know why you followed me or engaged with me on my post. What?
Are you playing Murphy's Ford?
I have to now.
Nothing but the best for them. It's two dudes. All right, I'm done. That was
And it got
no.
all serious about having to find a drink.
What's it called? My Bar First?
My bar first.
Is that like coffee in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, while I was doing all that, I was supposed to be scrolling for that link for these bogus fake award stuff that no one's ever heard of, except for maybe Brandon. What's his name? Brandon Ryder. He has a van in his name.
He does?
Yeah, I think his real name starts with Van.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No.
I thought it did. Just yours. Yours is Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Okay. Man, this podcast is dying a slow
I know,
death.
a slow death.
I can't find them.
Thanks for having that
I
list
think
ready.
Josh should have left.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this damn.
He has mentally. He's just like
I'm looking for this.
swimming in the river down there.
I can't find this stupid link. Y'all talk amongst
I
yourselves.
want to know about this list and who populated it.
I want to know who votes, who gets
Yes.
nominated. How does the nominations go?
Yeah, like, how does this
who
go?
votes? Who's on the board? What is the qualifications? I remember reading the article where they were talking about all the people who were a part of it. After they said each person's name, they had to qualify them about how big they were and how popular that they were, because no one's ever heard of them. Like if someone says Adam Oder, they don't need to say, record producer, Grammy engineer who's been around for a long time. He's really good, guys. Promise. That was
Promise.
That's what they did. Promise. That's what they were doing for all these people that no one's heard of.
Promise.
Holy shit.
So where does this come from? Who populates this list?
Okay, I found the link.
All right.
Yeehaw. Crisis averted. This happened October 15th. It was brought to you by the Hotel Drover at the Fort Worth Stockyards.
Damn, why wasn't I invited? I like the stockyards.
No one's heard of you, dude.
I know. Damn it.
All right. Let me go to I'm scrolling to see who won. Okay. Entertainer of the Year, Cameron Nelson.
Who?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Male Vocalist of the Year, Curtis Grimes. He doesn't even live in Texas anymore.
Is he Nashville?
Nashville. Female Vocalist of the Year, Holly Tucker. Okay.
I got nothing.
Nothing. Country Band of the Year, Darren Morris Band.
What?
I don't know. I guess
I'm
they're
sure-
a band because of the name.
I'm sure they're great.
And that might be his last name, Darren Morris, because a lot of these guys like to have three names. Mm-hmm. That could be his actual name.
Darren Morris Band.
Darren Morris Band.
Band.
It's Nordic.
Cajun Country Artist of the Year. Do we have those?
I don't know, but I wish we did. Because I like good Cajun band.
Yeah.
John Thibodeau. Thibodeau? How do you pronounce that?
That sounds like you're meaning Thibodeau.
He's Thibodeau, yeah.
The H is silent, like in most languages.
Yeah.
Duo of the Year. Okay, this is not a joke. The Duo of the Year is Treble Soul.
Treble Soul. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. I'm not even going to do young artists. Emerging new artists. What does that mean, emerging?
They're being born.
They're just putting out. They're just.
John Horde. Crickets again. Crickets. Live music venue of the year, Love and War in Texas, Plano.
Plano.
No. Okay, did we already talk about the smoke pit? It gets all over you. What else? Not really a venue. We've already talked about that. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, terrible. Okay. Bassist of the year,
Ooh.
Adam Oder.
Sweet.
No, it was not. It was some guy named Blake Watson.
Okay. Who's Blake Watson play with?
No clue.
Okay.
No clue. Fiddler of the year, David Varnado.
Does it say who any of these people play with or what they've done?
No, it just says the name. Guitarist of the year, Freddie Pate.
Okay.
Or Pate.
Pate.
Keyboard pianist of the year, Scott Moody.
Okay.
Steel guitarist of the year, Lane Thibodeau.
Is this supposed to be specified to one area?
It says Texas Country Music Awards, but it's all. I think it's all like regional.
Yeah, like some of these people
Fort
are
Worth area.
Yeah, but some guys are Nashville. You said.
Yeah, drummer of the year, Christian Dorn. I've actually played with him.
I was gonna say I know Christian Dorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Mr. Dorn. What else do I want to look here? Christian Country Songwriter of the Year. Do we have that?
I mean,
Not that I was.
Where do they
aware of.
play?
Churches.
churches.
Like country churches?
Yeah.
No, just
church.
I guess just regular. I don't
I'm not
know.
even going to read that.
They go where they're needed.
Yeah, so that's basically what was going on there.
Is there a producer of the year? There usually is in those. I got it.
I didn't see producer of the year. Nope. No producer of the year. Sorry.
Is there a monitor engineer of the year?
Nope.
There should be.
Yeah, the guy who runs a house over at, I don't know, some place in the stockyards.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
guy at Billy Bob's.
Okay. I feel like I didn't make fun of this enough.
I do too. Please continue.
I just don't know what else.
I need to.
I don't know what else to
more
say. Who votes on this?
I want to know who votes. I want
Who's
to know
on
more
the?
about
Who's
this.
on the? Is there a board? How do you get on the board?
There has to be.
Has anyone that voted actually seen any of these people play? Has anyone? How do you get nominated? Who makes a decision
that's
to get
what I'm
nominated?
curious about,
Where's
is the nominations.
where do you find out more about this to even like put a suggestion in or something?
Well, take like the Austin Chronicle Music Awards, for example. Like, you really just have to have an enormous online presence to win that award. And in some cases, it's legit. You know, I mean, Willie Nelson obviously has won it plenty of times, and that's legit. But my band has won it when I was in a band, and we suck. We didn't do anything cool. We've never done anything cool.
How many times did your
6 years in a row.
How many times can you expect
Just
your
because
parents
we
to
had-
show up to your gigs?
My dad showed up to my first gig. It was pretty funny, and then he
What's
never showed up
what's
again.
the friends and family expectation for a number of gigs?
Yeah.
Is
Five.
it 5? You think 5?
Yeah, I think 5.
That's pushing it. What if it's a weekday gig? Do you expect them to show up on a weekday gig?
Sure.
If it's early?
I don't know. My family, yeah.
Your family would show up on a Wednesday at 10:30 downtown?
My dad might. My mom, not so much.
No?
You forget that my dad is the only Jewish member of an entirely African-American motorcycle gang.
Did you hear that, Adam?
Nice. This is
This is
the
true.
most amazing story ever.
No, this is true. This
Yeah.
is, I mean,
his
you don't-
dad
you
is
can't
in a
make this up.
motorcycle gang. He's the only white Caucasian.
Yep. They, he was a rock doc for the Austin Toros for a while, and he got a friend through a friend, and these guys are all well-to-do doctors and lawyers. They're
Tell him
all
tell him what your dad's biker name is.
White Lightning.
God, this is incredible.
Dude, he can't ride the thing under 100 miles an hour. He really can't. Like not
What
in
kind of
front
bike is he riding?
Dude, he's got one of these KTM crotch rockets, and of course, it's like, Josh, I always go the speed limit. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Oh, right.
My neighbor has seen him going well over 120 past his own office in Dripping Springs, right across from Nutty Brown Cafe. That's where his office is. You'll see Klayman Chiropractic. It's right
Yeah.
there.
I've been there.
Yep, you've been there. That's right. Damn. And
Do I get a hookup discount?
absolutely, he also has that wonderful stuff that I brought you as a gift.
Sweet.
Yeah, plenty of
Dude,
it.
my hips were out of alignment. I looked in the mirror. I looked like I had one arm longer than the other. And he fixed it.
I have a short right leg all the time from playing guitar. For all those years, I continually always have a short
And
right
then
leg.
he goes in there and fixes it.
You got to pop your hips back into place.
Dude, he popped my hips back.
And he can give you this thing. It's called a pelvic balancer. He patented it. It's a little foam thing.
He used
you
that
lie
on me.
it, and it pops your hips back into place.
Dude,
in
I'm
like
serious.
10 minutes.
I stood in front of a full length
Yep.
mirror with my feet together straight, and I put my arms, just relaxed my arms, and I had one gorilla arm. I was like, "What the hell?" And he had me like lay down on this thing for a while.
It's basically
And then,
two triangles.
yeah.
And nobody can see except for you guys, but it's they're offset. And
Offsetting
you lie
triangles.
You lie on it, and it corrects. If you have a short left, you lie on it this way. If you have a short right, you lay on it the other way.
It's science, Adam.
This is amazing.
Just put your pelvis back in line. It takes 10 minutes of lying on this thing, and then a couple days later.
It's weird because when
might-
when you walk after that, you feel like one foot's like in the air. It takes a while to readjust walking.
Yeah, because you've been used to having your whole central.
And guess what? Guess what happens when that happens? Then your spine gets a little S curvy, and then your shoulders start leaning in forward. And then your neck tries to correct it and go back, and then your body's wrecked.
Yeah.
It's from laying in those bunks in that bus, bouncing around.
It doesn't
interstate.
help. It really doesn't help laying in the same spot every night. Like even in my bed, I have to change it up. It's weird, but yeah, I've had a short right leg
This
my
is
whole
amazing.
life.
You think you got one gorilla arm going down?
Oh, dude, I know I do. I know my legs are. I know my whole back is out of whack.
When you
I used
walk,
to go to
does-
a chiropractor all the time.
Yeah, it's-
Chiropractic is actually I would say almost his fifth or sixth thing in line from what he's actually really talented at doing. I mean,
Is this
he's-
our TED Talk
He's
right
more
now?
holistic,
Yeah, I like
but
this.
yeah. Anyway,
bad truth health talk.
he does like a magnetic thing where you put your feet in the water. He puts these electrodes in there. I'm like, you're gonna shock the shit out of me? Okay, cool,
Yeah, what's
awesome.
going on?
And
Why
it
don't we have your dad up here?
Yeah.
It pulls negative and positive polarity. So basically, what it's doing is it's sucking toxins, heavy metal toxins only, out through your feet. You watch the water turn from yellow to brown to black. It's disgusting.
That's it, dude. We're getting Mr. Klayman on this show.
Dude,
Yeah.
he would love
I'm
to.
in.
I'm sure he would love
We're
to.
going to talk about all this kinetic stuff. What is it?
Dude.
Kinetic kinesiology? What's it called?
Dude, have him on. It would be great. It would be
I think we should.
tremendous.
Is
I
he
think
gonna?
we should.
He ain't gonna bring his bike up here. It's too many rocks and
Of course
stuff.
he will. He doesn't give a I keep forgetting.
Is he gonna have two of the other guys outside, like garden?
two of the stunners? He'll have Smooth and Craig sitting outside.
What's the name of their gang
The
called?
Stunners.
The Stunners.
Stunners. Yeah, the Stunners.
This is incredible.
Yeah, Craig is a real stunner, and Smooth, who is another one. His name is Smooth. I like Smooth.
Do I need a bike? Adam?
Smooth and
think
Craig
you
both came
shouldn't.
to the
Can I
Never
show
get
it
on
with
a
my?
bike.
Can I show it with my hybrid Vespa?
Sure.
Try to get in.
Sure. I'm Lebanese. Is this cool?
It's saving the. It's efficient.
Yeah, I mean, well, like you said years ago, I mean, we're practically from the same part of the planet. We're practically,
me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Jews
yeah.
and Lebanese,
Yeah,
Just
we
let us
hate
all-
each. The closer we get over there, the more we hate we have towards each other. The farther away, the more we're friends.
Yeah.
That's the way it happens.
It's like friction.
Yeah.
Just rub it together and kind of gets a little controversial.
All right. Is this a real name for an album or a fake name for an album? Adam, you listening?
I'm listening.
Mr. Social Media over there.
I'm listening.
Okay. Once again, is this a real album title or fake album title? Okay. Homeland Insecurity.
That's got to be real.
Oh, I know.
You
it's
say real?
I'm saying real.
I know it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Of course it
It's real stupid.
Yeah, of course it is. That's why it's real.
That's the dumbest name.
Dude, people get hammered and think they are so freaking clever. It's
There's
awesome.
a band picture with this, and then there's one dude.
It's entertaining for me.
It's the famous couch picture. Every band has to have a couch pic. Adam, have you ever been in a
Oh, I've been a part of the couch picture.
the couch?
Brick wall,
Yeah.
railroad.
Yeah,
Couch.
this is the couch where there's too
couch.
many people for the couch, so some people have to like sit on the
Yeah, on the arms.
the arms.
Absolutely.
Well, the big boy in the band is sitting on the couch, and the only thing I could think of is he was probably going through his mind at that time is I've made a huge mistake because he ain't getting up there without help. That's what's going.
How big?
I mean, well, compared to the other guys, I'll show you the picture.
$3 bills, $3 and a half. What?
Who could say, dude?
Just shapes.
All right, I'm
Like
showing
a
you the
lava
picture. You
lamp,
tell me,
sort of?
is he getting off that couch by himself?
Well, he's kind of wedged in there to his defense.
Okay. That's all I have to say.
I think he could maybe, start rocking back and forth and get out of there.
Huge mistake. Okay.
Elbows out. He can get up.
What are you doing over there, Adam? Adam's like 10 feet from the mic.
Nothing. God damn it, Michael.
All right. Was that mean?
Well, I have a career after this show.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're fine, dude.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Or not. Whatever happens. It's already been predetermined, right? Time of everything.
Have you thought you were going to a venue and it wasn't a venue when you got there?
Yeah, and I've had to turn it into a venue.
You got
to make some
hoaxed.
Decisions, and
The hoax.
I've had to
Venue
bring
hoax.
out a lot of extra stuff to make it a venue, like generators and more lighting.
You had to bring power.
I've had to bring power. I've had to say this doesn't work, and you're going to need to roll in a generator here, just to turn the lights on.
Speaking of lights and Hoots in Amarillo, is that a real venue, Adam? You were there recently. I played there before, but you've been there most recently.
I'll say it's a real venue.
You can't smoke in there anymore, no?
No.
You know the Edison bulbs they have hanging on the stage?
Yeah.
They always make the amps buzz.
Oh,
And they
definitely.
get mad when I would like dim them down, like turn them off.
You turn like this.
Yeah, I would
get
just
that.
turn them off, and they would get like so put out. Like, "Hey, you putting them in? It looks really cool, man. You guys." I said, "You know what's cooler?
Sounding
Yeah,
good.
when my amp doesn't sound like it's drunk."
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, dang it. Yeah,
All
there
right,
you go.
all right,
there you
good.
go.
We're good. I'm here all week.
Cool.
What, Adam? What?
What?
Hey, how come Helen Keller? Are we doing jokes now?
Sure.
We're doing jokes.
How come Helen Keller couldn't drive?
Why?
Because she was a woman.
Oh, Jesus.
If a tree falls in the woods and hits a woman, why was there a kitchen in the woods?
Jesus.
I once picked up a book on anti-gravity. I couldn't put it down.
This is ridiculous, dude.
That's a good one.
I learned a lot of stuff about air travel. It's probably over your head.
That one was good.
Really? That's the one you like?
Yeah.
I like it.
Knock, knock.
It's innocent.
Who's there?
Two.
To who?
To whom?
Non-grammar have an O, mofo.
No?
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
These are all the jokes I've heard at bars lately.
What bars
bars
do
are you going
I was
to?
just going to ask.
I've
I
been
wanna
to
know what bars you frequent.
I went to this one bar called
What bar?
One Liners, and then I went to another. Okay, no.
What bars do you actually like in Austin?
The bars. Oh, you want to know the bars I like?
Yeah.
I like any bar that has its own parking lot.
Yes, me too. I like that too.
You like that rule?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I do.
Adam?
I like bars that are in walking distance to where I'm staying.
That too. Huge
Okay.
plus. Convenience.
That's my favorite bar.
Yeah, because you've been playing with bands with no runners.
Exactly.
You got to road manage yourself. Remember that one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys
I
are old
forget
enough
where it happened.
You guys are old enough to road manage yourself.
Forget where that happened. Was that the?
Yeah, leave our road manager alone. Go road manage yourself.
Was that when we?
That's from the boss right there, Adam.
Nice.
Yeah, telling you
road
leave the
manage.
road manager alone. You're old enough to road manage yourselves. Okay.
All right.
I'm also old enough to use my credit card and book a flight home.
When should I
Y'all
stop?
laugh. I've done that twice.
I've come close.
Really? You've
Yeah.
done the walk-off goodbye?
I've come close because the TM did not pay me for 2 weeks.
Wow.
I was out on tour and we were in Minnesota and I was like, the airport's right here. And if it's not in my bank account, like in the morning, I'm out, dude. We have 3 more dates. Just pay me, please.
How long do you go when you first realize that you haven't been getting paid and you still have more gigs and you're out? How long do you go before you say, hey, dude?
Yeah.
I just try to be as polite as possible. I mean,
The money talk is, they put you in that position to be that guy. They do it on purpose. They
No,
put you
they
in a
do.
position for you to talk about money. So they say, oh, this dude just cares about money and this and that. So no, how about you be professional, I can't even say the words, to pay the guy.
If you just walk
So it's not
up-
even a thing. Don't make money a thing.
You know what's cool is when, somebody walks up to you before you're expecting it with an envelope in their hand for you.
Yeah.
It's just common courtesy. That's what I like to do. I like to have the same courtesy and not have to pry money out. Dude, I'm still waiting on a check from, I did a show as a favor on my birthday. I did a show. Favor show.
You think that guy's still on the couch trying to get up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they still have not paid me from the 10th.
Of October.
Says right on the invoice that they signed, payment due at time of service.
Oh, I still haven't been paid from that Waco digital radio station,
Yeah.
Troubadour Country Radio. They still owe me money since like May. No word back. Zero. Radio silence. Still waiting to get paid. Thank you.
Yeah, I at least got a response, but it was always just
I got a response that I was getting paid, and then nothing.
Yeah, that's on the way.
Yeah, the
It's been
invoice.
sent.
We put the invoice in.
I've got the it's been sent before, and that was like 3 weeks ago. It's like, really? Where did you mail it from? Lufthansa? Somewhere in Moscow? Like, where did my check have to go through accounting at?
Oh, Klayman with one N. My bad. We had three
Damn,
N's.
we've been spelling
We
it.
had 6 ends.
That was the one.
beginning.
Somebody spelled my name with a C, and I said, do you mind just correcting this? And, God. She takes the check.
Like so
puts her
put out.
Yeah, it's so put out. Takes her tequila shot, puts it down, writes the K correctly, and throws it back at me.
Tequila
Really?
Like I'm trash.
Yeah.
Like, come on. you know?
Indentured servitude.
I just nailed this show for you. Everybody was saying how great it was.
You
It
have the
looked
nerve
great.
to have your name with a K rather than a C.
How
Yeah.
dare these people ask for what they're owed
Yeah.
in a timely manner?
Yeah.
Production has turned into like a necessary evil for some people. Like some people are just like, oh my gosh, we've paid the band their $17,000 or $18,000 or whatever, $35,000, whatever your rate is. They've paid this much money. Oh my gosh, there's another charge and it's sound. Can't you just play? Why do you need this? Why do you need
Yeah.
speakers
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, why do
you
yeah.
need microphones? Can't you just play? Like we'll just sit around you and you can play.
How many lights do you need?
It's just like we've become a necessary evil to some people.
Yep.
Did you feel like part of your soul, you lost part of your soul when you had to start buying lights?
I did. I hate lights so much. But I have such respect for lighting engineers. I love when a good LD comes in and just nails a show. I just don't want to physically be the one that has to do any of the setting up of the lights.
No one does.
No. Well, some people have a passion for that. They love it. And it's awesome. Just like I love setting up sound equipment. I love miking stuff. I love putting a microphone on a drum in the way that I want to put it on there. Like I kind of obsessive. I love to do my job. I got lucky that I love what I do. But and the lighting guys, great. They're awesome. I love the ones that are good. The ones that just roll with the punches are just the same as the sound guy that thinks he can go across the street to a different venue while the band is playing. Just leave the console. It's okay. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen. Like, why would you not want to be there, vested in your job, watching, mixing, listening?
The sad thing, those guys keep getting gigs.
Oh, dude.
We had a great light guy for a while.
I don't know how they keep getting gigs.
With PG, what was his name?
You had a great lighting guy for a
Will.
while?
Were you with us with Will?
No, I did not know him.
He was great.
I'm sure. I heard stories, yeah.
He was a two beer shower guy, I heard.
2 beer shower guy.
You take 2 beers in the shower. When you're done with both, you're good to go. You get out of the shower.
That's how you know you're clean. You drink
Yeah.
2 beers. I
Yeah.
like that.
Wow.
2 beer shower. No, Adam?
No, I'm in. I'll try it one day.
Are you a beer drinker?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I do occasionally, but
You just
like-
clean and sober?
I like liquor.
Your aura is real bright. You're in the light right now.
Yeah. I'm holy.
I was listening to some Rollins on the way down here. It was
California?
priceless. Yeah, he was in California. He was talking about this guy.
The vibe.
Yeah, he was like, you got this really dark aura around you, man. And it's kind of like,
It's like you need glasses.
black and yellow. And he's like, I'm going to punch you if you don't start ringing up my groceries. Like, it was Henry Rollins. Just
Oh, it was
at
the
his
guy.
best.
Was the guy. The cashier was
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, oh, totally.
It's like, dude, what?
Like each item's like, ding. He's ringing up each item. Dude, I just want to say, man, like,
He knew who he was. No?
aura. No, he didn't. This guy had no idea who he was. And he just kept ringing stuff. Ding. I just want to say that it's kind of yellow and black. Ding. It's like, if you don't put the next 8 items in this bag now, I'm going to stab you in the eyes with a fork.
I'm gonna drown you in my aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drown your ass in this black aura. Love me some Rollins.
Yeah.
Brilliant guy.
Brilliant.
He's actually really brilliant.
Y'all like him?
I do.
Yeah.
He has a lot of opinions.
Somebody else I know.
Who?
Knock, knock.
Y'all want some more knock? Try to bring the knock jokes back.
Give us another knock joke.
I don't know any. Oh, I know a Richmond, Virginia joke.
Okay.
All right. It's not a knock. How many Richmonders does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
1 to change it, and everyone else to say they like the old one better.
Is that a real Richmonder joke?
Yeah,
And that's a real term, Richmonder?
I think so.
That's how they
Themselves
like.
Richmonders, huh?
I didn't know
What
that.
would you call them?
No, that makes sense to me. I was just asking.
So what are we now? Austinites?
That's what we've always been, right?
The Knights of Austin?
Yeah.
Haven't we always been?
The Water Boilers? We got a new soccer team coming. They should name them that.
The water boilers.
Yeah. Floods, droughts in the flood.
TWB, the water boilers.
Adam, what are you doing? I'm asking you this like every 5 seconds.
I'm looking for a good knock joke.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
That's cheating. You got to go to a bar and earn one.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple bars I didn't want to go to anymore because they stopped serving Austin Beer Works beer because they got into some stupid argument over ACL and this and that, and comments were said, and then other people got butthurt, and so then the bars that were affiliated with ACL decided they weren't going to sell their beer anymore in their bars.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I just want my peacemaker.
Yeah. What the?
It's the bigger dick foreign policy at work.
I don't know. Can you believe that? Grown men still wearing diapers?
That bothers me.
It does it, though?
Yeah. Because I'm just like, really? You're just not, I'm not going to sell this beer.
Yeah, because he said this and said something about us, and then, well, fine, we're not going to sell your beer in our bars.
Just follow the money. There's got to be a financial reason behind that.
I don't know. Maybe they thought Austin Beer Works were trying to be too cool for school or something or whatever. But still, it's dumb.
That's dumb.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a shame. Have you had the Chives KCCO lager?
No.
Thechive.com. They have a beer.
No.
They sell it in many bars.
No.
It's good. I haven't drank in a long time.
That
but
channel,
the last time I tasted it,
that
it was
channel
good.
is like catnip for humans.
Oh,
my
it is
gosh.
totally.
You can't stop looking at the
Yeah.
thing.
I haven't been on that site in years, but
No, they have it in bars, a TV channel.
Yeah. They have
What?
A TV
Yeah,
channel.
it just never stops. You
Oh
go to a
my
bar and
gosh.
it's on, and then like 3 hours later, you're like, what the hell just happened?
they've taken over.
Well, it's like they had it.
I'm watching an accident in Moscow somewhere. Some crazy truck is like taking out the whole town.
Yeah, it's just whatever I don't know where they get their content. They just never run out.
No.
We were in Scottsdale for like game 2 or 3 of the World Series, and this bar had like 2 screens next to each other, and one was the game and one was the Chive channel.
Wow.
And it was just like you kept looking at Chive.
Can't get away.
And then it was just like, no, I'm watching baseball, but there's Chive again. And like, what the fuck is that guy doing now? And
Yeah.
the dude skateboarding and dropping all his coffees onto the ground.
It's just, yeah, it's
You
just
know,
whatever
it's
it
that
is.
shit, you know?
There's no purpose to,
Those
to a
people
lot of
that
it.
get the suits and they just jump off buildings and without a parachute and just go fucking flying or whatever. That whole thing. Like
the park, almost parkour-ish.
whatever that bullshit is.
I did a show in their corporate office when it was like one of my first shows I ever did when I started my production company.
Oh, fine.
Come on, dang.
And they just have a bar at like every little, it's a bunch of cubicles with like enormous like JBL speakers in each cubicle and a bar in each one. And then there's a big bar at the end. And then there's a big wooden slide where you can put your beer in this little slot and race your beer to the bottom. And that's where all the bloggers are. And there's like just flat screens everywhere showing everything about the Chive going on right now. This is how many people are looking. This is how many people are looking at this. This is how many people are logged on. It's just endless. And the bloggers are just blogging about everything. There's girls wearing next to nothing, playing ping pong, just whatever. And the guy who owned
Slow-mo.
half of it has like, this Marshall cabinet refrigerator in his office. And it's just
course.
the coolest office ever kind of vibe. And I got to hand it to them. They made a multi-million-dollar company out of it, and they do well, and they have fun, and hats off to them. I mean, if you're having fun doing what you're doing and you're making great money at it, then good for you. But
dude,
it's just so over the top.
the bar. If there's one on at the bar, get out.
If what?
If it's on at the bar, just get out. It used to be the Mega Touch. Remember that thing, Mega Touch? The little video game always at the corner of the bar.
At the corner of the bar.
Oh, right.
Now it's just watch. You don't even have to touch anything. Just watch the chime.
I used to kill that Word Dojo game on there. I don't know if y'all are familiar. No? Hey, Adam, so next year, it might be, so we do another one.
Next season?
Should we, like, expand?
I think we should.
Should we get, like, a third person?
I'm in.
I'm thinking female because 2 guy voices, we got to break it up.
Yeah. I'm in.
No?
You got an idea of something?
They got to be, like really quick on a laptop.
Yeah.
Like, look up stuff while we're going, then comment every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No?
I'm in. No, I'm definitely in. I think we should.
You know,
should we get tryouts?
Do you know any who can run Pro Tools
resume? Yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah. That would be awesome. Could I be in the room with you then?
I mean, whatever.
No, I am.
I feel like I'm in the star room.
Yeah. I feel just like I'm the workhorse.
We'll talk about it on the ride home.
No, I'm serious though. Should we have a third?
I think we should.
Like female.
Our Robin to the Howard Stern.
Yeah.
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 It's refreshing. Why not?
It's time. Season 4.
Season 4.
If we get
That's
picked
awesome.
up.
Does anyone want to do that though?
That's a good question.
I don't think there's a lot.
You should just get like the most gnarly, awesome, hardcore, like maybe like a rigger girl that rigs stuff,
Yeah.
Just get her in here with all her stories and all
Well, she doesn't need to have stories. She
her
just needs to like comment
No, but she
and call
needs
us
to have
out
stories.
and look up.
Yeah,
look up
she's
stuff.
not. She won't be afraid to say anything. She'll
No.
just call you out on everything. And just
Yeah,
be
that's
brutal.
exactly.
She'll be brutal. She's got to have dreadlocks. You know the look. You know what I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about.
If we go with dreadlocks, then I'm out.
Stinks too much.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
not a fan of the smell.
No, it's like getting on that British Airways flight to London, and there's that one dude 4 rows back, and it's like I'm telling you, BO never goes away.
No.
With your nose, like you can
not.
smell a lot of stuff, and then you can't smell anymore, but that never goes away.
There's
You're
a great Seinfeld episode about that. The
It
B
is-
stays with the O usually. The O went away from the B, stayed in the car. He had to sell the car. And then remember the guy tried to steal the car, and the thief wouldn't even take the car.
Elaine rode in it, and then the guy she was dating didn't want to be with her because she thought she had
Oh, yeah,
BO.
because it was
That
in
she
her
had
hair.
BO,
Yeah.
Yeah, he smelled her hair, and he was just
Yeah.
like, "It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there."
He had the car detailed.
Yeah.
Yep, washed.
It's true.
Everything.
Oh, it's very true.
I'm starting to smell more of that in Austin than I normally have before. I'm just being out around town. I'm smelling more people that reek of BO. It's eye-watering, dude.
Oh, it's bad.
You literally cannot you can't think of anything else. It's like you're
No,
paralyzed.
you're right. You're absolutely
The
right.
smell will paralyze you. They should spray that when crowds get out of hand.
Along with the
Hey, it's last call. We're
Yeah.
closed.
Last call.
Spray. Oh my God. You just lift the people and just carry them out. They don't know what to do. There's like deer in
it
headlights.
just turns all the plants yellow
Yeah.
immediately.
They're deer and
Yeah.
you're like deer and BO headlights.
Do you remember there was a show in Wyoming that we played on O'Reilly's? It was at O'Reilly's place. Michael Keaton was there, and like a bunch of people were there. And it started raining, like really, really hardcore. And,
I
like,
remember every
stage
time we played
started
in Wyoming, it was raining.
swaying from side to side. We all had to take shelter in the bus. And
That was Montana.
was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy water.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clay and Brendan went
Yeah, they went nature.
canoeing.
They had a nature
that day
field
or
trip
something
together.
and almost didn't make it
Oh,
back.
So
like,
sweet.
dude. It was all like they almost didn't make it back. It was crazy. Like we were worried about them. And
Are we talking about like O'Reilly?
Yes.
yeah, big money man. But
Yeah.
Oh, I remember O'Reilly.
Zada Zone? No, he's not Zada Zone, is he?
but what I was getting at about the BO was we did the show after the rain. We cleaned everything off. I mean, everything was just effed. And
Nothing like sweeping water off a stage.
dude, it was still raining. For some reason, you guys just decided it was okay to play in the rain, and you guys put up with it and just did it.
Professional right there.
We just did it, played. It was sprinkling lightly, and we had just gotten the brand new M7s at the time.
Oh,
They were
boy.
like a day old, And
People who
this
don't know what M7s are.
It's a sound console by Yamaha. And this guy with the worst BO ever, he had to hold a tarp over me.
Oh, no.
Dude. And I got to hand it to, and this guy, I mean, he reeked so bad from working for us. I mean, from working or whatever.
Oh,
but
God.
like, he just, dude, for the whole set, we played 45 minutes, I think, before you guys just said the rain is too much, we got to stop. But for 45 minutes, while I was mixing and while Braxton was out front mixing, this guy held a tarp over me.
Oh,
and
God.
Braxton had a bunch of guys holding a tarp over him. But this dude, it was like a sweet onion chicken teriyaki up into that thing, man. It was just rancid.
Those gross
I was
body
tearing
odor molecules attached to your nose hairs deep inside your nose, and you're laying in your bunk late at night, and you can kind of still smell it.
Oh, I could taste. Yeah, I could taste it. It was horrible.
What's worse than a guy with BO?
What?
A girl with the BO.
How much BO?
Dude, you know, you go to a bar every now and then, and you kind of smell something. You can't figure out what it is. You can't figure out. That's the last person you think it's going to be is the girl.
What makes it worse?
It's a girl. It's me. It's my fault. My perceptions.
Gotcha.
I made it that way.
Fair enough.
It may not be. The earth is indifferent to who smells and who doesn't smell. Is that where we're going with this?
No,
Is that where we're going?
Just asked a simple question.
It's like I'm talking to your dad again. Hi.
Sorry, we're back.
You know what? Also worse than BO? This podcast where we're doing right now.
This podcast
I'm doing
is
my
BO.
best to ruin it for you.
This podcast is BO.
Well, half the time Adam's on his phone.
Not half the time, just
What session did you just book over there?
not a session.
Are we doing any sessions together?
Working on that.
Okay.
I am working on that.
All right. The last two were like home runs, no?
Yeah, they fucking were.
Working with Adam Oder, you know what that means? Bass in the mix. Final
in the
mix.
mix.
Final mix.
You'll find that with me too. I kind of have a bass problem.
That's how they always get you.
A bass addiction.
solution.
You hear that first rough. Hey, we're sending over the roughs. You guys, maybe you catch a mistake or, see if you got any comments, whatever. Yeah, cool. Everything sounds incredible.
Yeah.
And then by the time the record comes out, it's like, dude, the rough sounded way better.
That's the record I took my name off of that I was referring to on the other podcast. That's the exact situation. We had that bass kick in. It was awesome.
See, Adam?
Drum sounded huge. The drum sounded enormous. And then by the end of it, it was a squished little tiny piece of Play-Doh in the corner.
All right, let's end this with, where are we at, Adam?
About almost an hour.
Holy, an hour of nothing?
Yeah, we're good at that. That's our best hours.
Pro.
I want to talk about how the dynamic ranges of mixes and music has changed after 1990.
Everything seems to be getting louder. And is it better?
Yeah, like
Louder is not better.
when you put a Led
Everybody
Zeppelin song
thinks-
and you can't hear the first minute of it because it's real quiet and you have to crank it up. Nowadays, anything past the 90s, everything's loud. Like the dynamic range is real short from the quietest to the loudest, as versus from years ago where it was like a huge difference.
You've got 60 decibels of headroom back then, and now you've got 5.
Is it the iPhone that ruined that? The MP3 ruined that?
No. CD and radio ruined that.
Yeah, radio.
Because CD technically had such a wide dynamic range that things should have been softer and louder. And instead, everybody wanted their song to be loudest on the radio and loudest in when people started getting those 100-disc CD changers. They wanted their CD to be louder than the last CD, so people would automatically think, oh, this one's better.
What
because
happens
it's
when you
louder.
hear 10 songs off one record of All the Way in the Red?
It just,
Your ears are gone. You get tired. You don't want to listen to the record anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't care about that.
And I mean,
They cared about the first 30 seconds of the song. Is this a hit? Is it going to be loud enough for people to go, I want to keep listening
It
to this
changed the
band
way
and
people
buy it?
write. Did it not change the way people write music?
Certainly.
Like you can't have that 15-second little really quiet acoustic or little piano thing.
No, you gotta
can't
start
have that.
with
You have to start with all in.
Yeah, you got to start with the hook, and it's got to be loud. And now it's a ridiculous level of loud.
Adam, do you think about that
and
as
to
a
be
producer?
fair, that
As a
was
producer,
actually that was the way back in the 40s and 50s too. It wasn't until album-oriented rock that we got radio stuff that had long intros and that was FM radio being not as popular as AM. Those guys would just spin that stuff. But then that became the norm for a while. But then we're just so basically, my opinion is the radio side of things is just like the 50s now. It has to have singing within the first 15, 20 seconds. You got to get to the chorus before the first minute. I mean, we're just making radio singles that were exactly like it was in the 50s, early 60s.
So that, as a producer, that you're cognizant of that?
Did you call me a producer?
No, I was looking at you, but I meant Adam.
Oh.
Adam Vaughn.
I think if the client is thinking that way, then I will definitely think that way.
But you don't have to think that way anyway as a producer, because you know this has got to get on the radio.
No, because I think
hey, we shouldn't have this little piano intro. We should just all in.
No, I think of it more as, even when some guys get into it, I just think of what keeps it more interesting, because in a lot of ways, I think more about the live show than I do the radio side of things. Because in the past, I've thought songs should be radio singles, and then the hired radio promoter says no. And I'm like, okay, so maybe I'm not a good judge of that, but I try to make records for bands that they can perform live and will, like when they play that song, it's interesting to an audience member rather than we've got to hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it, that, you know, hit these certain marks. I'm just like, and sometimes that is, let's get to it quick. Or sometimes it's, no, let's make a cool, long.
Just depends on the situation, really.
Yeah. And I feel.
Have you ever had a broken down solo section?
Yeah.
Where is the big solo just goes down to nothing?
Yeah, where you come down and. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I mean, that stuff.
How about the broken down first chorus?
And actually, yeah.
Where the verse is up, intro's up, verse is up. You get to that very first chorus and it just drops down.
Yeah, shit. We did that on
Interesting.
It's on the Departed's Adventist album. I'm trying to remember the song, but there's one of the bigger songs is the first chorus just is a giant diamond, and we're singing it and stuff.
Huh.
Now, all the other choruses are real big, but it's like full, huge, and then boom. It's this fucking laid out. Cool
These
thing.
are my ideas here.
I know, you're just robbing my old ideas.
No, I've had these ideas. I just haven't had a podcast to vocalize these things. Dude, you know me.
Dude, I made that record like, I don't know how many years ago.
What?
You heard it.
How much older? I'm older than you.
But you're still learning those.
Should I produce?
Yeah, do it if you want to. Shit.
Co-produce. Because you know why I co-produce? That means I don't want to have anything to do with the lyrics or anything about singing or comping. I'm out. Can't do
I
it.
think that's the major parts of producing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been fired from production because I've told lyricists that the lyrics should be better.
How are you ever doing a record again?
Well, the guy that fired me has jumped through other producers, and those songs that I said weren't good enough to be on the record, he's never put on a record before, because I was just the first one to tell him those songs weren't good. I didn't even say it wasn't good. I just said he should rewrite it.
How important do you think it is for a band to be able to replicate what's on the record live, like to the T, or do you like change it up and make it different? Like,
There's two schools of thought. No.
It depends on the style of the band. I think a jam band shouldn't.
Sure.
I think a jam band should be the guidepost, but it should be able to go do that. But I do feel in 2018 going into 2019, there's a lot more. I'd say there's a lot more musicians out there, and there's a lot more people that will call out on bullshit. Mm-hmm. And if you can't replicate, well, like, there it is.
Rage Against the Machine is just an example that came to my head. Like, they were super into, like, it even says on the back of the one of their albums, I mean, it says all sounds are produced by drums, bass, and electric guitar and vocals. And they prided themselves on that, like being able to put on their show and do it exactly like the record with absolutely no help, no tracks, no synths, no nothing, back in the 90s and stuff. And that was their pride,
I mean, we did that with the Steak Night Moon Pies album. Is definitely like there's nothing layered. We made sure that we came up with the chord structures and the part, like where the positions everybody's playing in and stuff. So
what about drums, like percussions? Those are overdubs. You can't do all the percussion.
Not on Steak Night. We didn't do any.
Oh, so you didn't do any?
Yeah, we didn't do any of that.
See?
We added harmonies, but it's because the steel player and guitar player, Zach and Catlin, can sing. And so we taught, we've worked out the parts that were parts that they could sing while they're playing. So it's not, nothing is missing.
It's a live record.
Yeah. I mean, it's because I wanted them to be able to play that record in its entirety and no one think anything.
Yeah.
And
anyone remember Hoobastank? Hello. Remember how that happened?
Hoobastunk.
What?
Hoobastank. They had that one huge smash, really catchy pop song. And like you hated yourself for liking it, and then they went on the Grammys or
it was
something.
MTV Video Music Awards.
They went and performed the song, and it was
they botched
bad.
it.
And then the label kind of started pulling back, and all of a sudden there was no more videos, and because it was just horrible.
Oh,
they couldn't.
They just went for it completely live, no tracks, no nothing, and they
weren't good enough.
Interesting. My buddy who works for a production company here in town, they just did Britney Spears last week at the Coda.
Oh, yeah.
He said her mic was live for 8 seconds out of the entire performance. 8 seconds her mic was
that
live.
Hi, Austin?
Yeah,
that was it.
Probably,
yeah.
just so she could make a remark or two.
And it's, it's funny because
you tried dancing and singing.
No, I can't. I'm not saying I can, but you know what? If you're going to make a career out of it, do it.
It feels like
she was half naked. No,
I wasn't there.
Okay.
He was telling me.
The bigger you get into the stadium shows, the more forgiving the audience is. But in bars, they'll call your shit out.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's way more intimate,
and it's becoming more of a thing where people actually care about, and like the whole, even in the genre of the Texas music, red dirt, whatever thing, it's like they're just like, well, man, this thing's got steel guitar and fiddle. Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bigger the crowd, the easier it is to play. It was always that. When we used to play those football stadium and stuff like that, it was always way easier to play that stuff. You were so far away from everybody. Didn't matter how many people were there. But when you go play a club with like 100 people and they're all right up on you, that's way more intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some members that have left bands,
especially if you're at
before.
DEFCON 3 or 4.
Yeah.
When you got like 3 or 4 girls that all at the same show.
At the same show.
Yeah, it's like I'm not getting out of this one. Okay, are we good with that?
You know what? We're good with this season. Fuck this season.
Yeah.
It's done.
We're good. We're done. It's over.
It's over.
We had some good parts.
Glad I could put the nail in the coffin for you.
Got some some bad parts.
That's what I do.
Some
Von
filler.
Klayman.
We had
Von Klayman and
some filler. What else do we have? We found out we're gonna have new guests. We're gonna have
investigate.
Yeah, we're gonna have case files.
Case files are good. I like this.
Which venue you want to do first?
Go to Buck's backyard.
Interesting.
That's not a joke.
I don't even know where that is.
Go there.
It used to be what used to be the horse.
I just went there for the first time the other day, and it was actually fantastic.
When I lived in Kyle and stuff, I would go by there, and there was this 2-lane road right there, and it was just like a horse place. But every so often, for some reason, on the marquee would be some private party or some party that Corey Morrow was playing. And I was just like, the only band that ever plays this fucking place is Corey Morrow. Of course it's Corey.
Okay.
We haven't done a Corey joke in a while, so I feel good that at least ended the season on somewhat poking fun at Corey.
I subbed with them 2 times since.
You did.
I was there for that one
Yeah,
show.
Josh was there.
I was there for one of them.
Working
We
one.
played up in the rafters.
People always call me to play in the middle of nowhere. I never get called, hey, we need a bass player for the New York City, Chicago, Philly, DC run. It's like,
Wichita Falls.
We need you in Love and War in Plano. It's always like,
I just
I'm
remember
done.
when I filled in that one time, and the last show was in El Paso, and they were just like, now we'll pay you $150 to ride in the van back, or we'll buy your plane ticket. And I was like, I'm going to answer that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to deadhead back in the van.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine?
I've done it. Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen me do it.
Okay.
My problem is I've just played with shows with him since 1999, so I know too much.
Has season
Yeah.
4 started already?
No.
See, I've only been around the last decade
Yeah.
in his camp, and he's one of my best friends. I love him to death.
Corey?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody in that band's solid.
I think
Hey, with that, we're
Yeah.
we're out of time.
I'm grateful for the subs. I'm actually looking to sub more. It's just that there's just a minimum that I can do. I mean, I can't go out for nothing. I can't lose money going
Sure.
out. So I apologize to anyone who's been calling me, asking me to play. I just, maybe scheduling or just the money or whatever is not right. It's sad. It's sad times right now. The state of affairs, sad times right now where I will actually lose money to go play for most of the guys that have called me to sub for them. I apologize for that, but my property tax went up $300 this year, and
Gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah. Welcome to Austin. Okay. All right. Season 4 coming up.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. Seriously, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's fun, dude.
That was good.